So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how.
Before first pitch, we head back out to the booth. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Thanks again, Tim. We're counting you down to the first pitch here. Lineups and first pitch not too far away. Tony Gonsolin will get the start. Made his major league debut right here in this building on the 26th of June in 2019. Against Arizona, he is 4-2, and the Dodgers need some efficiency out of Tony Gonsolin as he gets ready to make his third start of the season.
Yeah, and for Gonsolin, the ERA is up a little bit higher, but kind of feeling his way back after that long layoff with the surgery. But one thing that sticks out with Gonsolin, looking at it today, in his career, he's given up just a 196 batting average against him. He does not allow too many runners on base, don't walk anybody. In fact, he's walked only 2 batters in 11 innings, and that's coupled also with 17 strikeouts in those innings pitched.
Zach Gallen has pitched plenty against the Dodgers in the past, but this year at home, he's just 1-3, a 3-4 record overall for the Diamondbacks starter.
Yeah, if he's on, the Diamondbacks win, but he's 3-0 with a 1.4 ERA in the 4 Diamondbacks victories, but that ERA going 0-4 in the 8.25 ERA in the 4 losses. So he's kind of hot and cold. Which will it be today?
We've reached the quarter pole of the season. This is game number 41 coming up. 121 will remain. The Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Dodgers looking for a series split here in Arizona, Tim.
All right, thank you, guys. Don't forget, after the game is over, all about the post-game festivities, reaction from the clubhouse, and, of course, Dodger talk as well. Final game of this long 10-game, 10-day road trip. Day off tomorrow. The finish line is it within view here for the Dodgers, looking to finish strong with a win against the Diamondbacks. First pitch from Arizona is next. Enjoy it. I'm Tim Case, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
That's it! It's a World Series win for LA! They've done it!
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way!
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though. Living out their dream. They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There's still more steps to take.
Get to stepping.
Just getting started.
Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
In the world.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
They win.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell. Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Promotions.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
For over 35 years, Zenshi has been perfecting the art of handcrafted sushi. Each roll, a masterpiece, is made fresh daily with precision, passion, and a tradition you can taste. Now, experience Zenshi's legendary sushi conveniently located at your local supermarket. Perfect for when you need a quality meal on the go. Lunch, dinner, a ball game? Grab Zenshi handcrafted sushi and enjoy exceptional flavor in every bite. Zenshi handcrafted sushi. Fast, fresh, and easy. Pick up today at Ralph's and other local supermarkets near the deli counter.
Hello, this is Janet.
Pet sitter in business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Right? Your summer starts here.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Getting the start.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and of the home of the brave?
Sellout crowd here this afternoon on Mother's Day, and a rather festive atmosphere here in the ballpark. The Dodgers shut out last night by a score of 3-0 and trying to get the offense going again for this Dodger ball club, knowing that they have in the past faced Zach Gallen. They have the right-hander kind of up and down when he has lost games. His ERA is over 8 when he's been victorious 3 different times. His ERA is 1.4. So which Zach Gallen will it be here this afternoon? Lineup cards, umpires have made their way out. Lineup cards are being exchanged just to the right of home plate as Gallen gets loose. Mentioned that tomorrow is going to be an off day for this Dodger ball club, and they can kind of regroup. They take on the A's beginning on Tuesday. So that homestand just right around the corner. The Dodgers, again, trying to give up 500 while they are on the road this year. So this has been kind of an up and down series. And for the Arizona Diamondbacks, they know full well they're trying to make it 3 out of 4 in the win column and edge even closer to not only the Dodgers, but for the San Diego Padres, they continue to play very good baseball. And it figures that they've got a pretty good leg up today as they will be in Denver against the Rockies as well after the landslides that the Rockies have had placed upon them in the rumor mill. Obviously very active. Will the Rockies be making a managerial change? But then again, it's not Bud Black that accumulated the players that are on the field. So happy to have you with us on this Mother's Day. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms that are out there. And a big celebration. So we're all set to go. Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, final game of this series, final game of the road trip. And with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you, Ma. The Diamondbacks wearing their City Connect uniforms for the 3rd straight ball game. The purple jerseys, teal numerals, the purple cap with the teal bill. Zach Gallen continuing his warm-ups. Dodgers in their traveling road grays. Los Angeles across the chest. And the red numeral in front. And today, on Mother's Day, all of the pink accents. And the catcher today, Jose Herrera, for the Diamondbacks, it's not just pink, it is hot pink. His mask, his chest protector, and the regular pink color with gray on the shin guards. Shohei Ohtani with a pink bat, pink belt on the uniform coming to the plate. A lot of players will be wearing pink socks, pink wristbands, and Everything else in the color pink used, not just to recognize the moms, but to continue awareness for breast cancer. So ready to get this one going, several minutes late, as Ohtani stands in, hitting .305, 12 homers, 20 runs batted in. And the final game underway with the ball outside. 1:10 the first pitch time was supposed to be. It came at almost 1:16. 76 degrees inside, 99 degrees outside. The roof is closed. Strike call to Ohtani. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1-1 pitch. Ohtani looks at it low. So Gallen 3-4. 4.37 ERA. Against the Dodgers, 1-4. He does have a playoff win against the Dodgers, however. Pitch is swung on and rolled to the right side. First baseman Pavin Smith, underhand toss, Gallen covering, and there's one away. One thing about the Dodgers offense last night, they put the ball on the ground just like Ohtani did several times. And you got to figure Gallen and Corbin Burns, last night's starter, had somewhat of a conversation on either last night or this morning to try to help Gallen get ready for this start. Diamondbacks have won 2 of the 3 so far. And the Dodgers needing to split this series before heading into a day off tomorrow. Betts batting with 1 out. He takes a high strike. Pitch looked to be out of the strike zone up high, a fastball. But called a strike. Mookie at 261. Pink bat, pink game socks, pink belt. Most of the players, if not all of them, are wearing a pink belt today, which really stands out in the middle of the uniform. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider. 1-2.
Gallen's had much better success so far this year against right-handed batters, just 159. Lefties hit almost double that.
1-2 is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, lefties at 241. Lefties have hit 4 home runs against them. Right-handers only 2. 2-2 as Gallen gets ready to get into his wind, and the Diamondback right-hander delivers home. And Mookie lines it into center field, a base hit. 1 out single for Betts, and the Dodgers have a man aboard. Freddie Freeman on his way to the plate.
Gallen does a pretty good job in stopping runners, and Herrera doing the catching today for Arizona. Has a pretty strong throwing arm. Base runners 2 for 2 trying to steal this year against the right-hander. Freeman had a 14-game hitting streak end last night. During that streak, he hit .462. He swings at a slider inside. No balls and 1 strike to Freeman. .352 his overall batting average. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Gallen. The pitch swung on, and that is cued foul, third base side. 0-2 to Freeman. This is the last day of a 3-city road trip. And the Dodgers off tomorrow, then some home cooking on Tuesday when the Athletics come into Dodger Stadium. 0-2 pitch. And it's outside, check swing. They appealed down to third base umpire John Tumpain, and he said he did not go. 1-2. Perdomo playing up the middle. Third baseman Suarez way off the bag. 1 out. The pitch is swung on and hit in the left center field gap. That's down. It's going to go to the wall. Mookie on the run. He's going to get waved home by Dino Ebel. Mookie around third. He is to the plate. He scores, and the Dodgers lead it 1-0 on a double by Freddie Freeman. Well, Freeman is pretty much a doubles machine anyway, but behind in the count early, 0-2. Works it to 1-2, then gets the ball out away from him and drives it to left center field. Gurriel had a little difficulty, picked it up, dropped it a couple of times, and allowed Betts plenty of time, opportunity to score.
Will Smith, the batter. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Smith has all the pink accessories on as well today. Swing and a miss. Talked to Will earlier today. I said, this ballpark, what's it better to hit in, with the roof open or closed? And before I even finished the sentence, he said closed. He said they get any kind of wind in here, it's tougher. And the next offer is up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. The roof is closed. The back panels are closed, so not much, if any, outside air getting in today. Temperatures hovering around 100 outside. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right and up into the third deck. Well, Mother's Day has always been a great day during the baseball season. Share the game with your mom. A lot of moms love baseball, and a lot of players have their moms here. And it's just one of the rites of passage of a baseball season. Line drive center field. Coming in is Alec Thomas. Makes a waist-high catch on a sinking line drive. 2 outs. Freeman back to second base. Max Muncy batting. Max had a hit in 3 trips to the plate, plus he walked once last night. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. Freddie Freeman's double, scoring Mookie Betts. Zach Gallen's pitch, and it is low. Ball 1 to Muncy. You always think of the famous Ralph Kiner line when he was broadcasting for the Mets. And to all you mothers out there, happy birthday. And a pitch up high. 2-0 to Muncy. Did you ever go on Kiner's corner?
Yes. Yeah.
Did he give you the $100? Or maybe you were left out.
I think it was still in the mail.
Fouled off to the left by Muncy. 2 balls and a strike.
The greatest postgame was Ernie Banks at a postgame show in Chicago with the Cubs for years. And the gift was a dozen brand new golf balls. But he was always saying, give them to you tomorrow. Well, tomorrow never came. And we looked at his car once. Boy, there are a lot of golf balls evidently in the trunk.
2-1 pitch, and Muncy hits a ball up in the air to shallow right center, and underneath it is Alec Thomas. He'll come on to make the play. Dodgers get a run, 2 hits, they leave a man. We've played half an inning in Arizona. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Diamondbacks coming to bat.
Yamava Resort and Casino is California's #1 entertainment destination. Grab your tickets today to experience iconic pop star Halsey on July 6th as she performs all her greatest hits. Don't miss your chance to see Grammy.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Perdomo and Pavin Smith. Carroll, the leadoff man, 280 hitter, 11 home runs. He has 5 triples on the season. He has really had a tremendous start. for Arizona. Into the grass at third is Muncy for the left-handed hitting Carroll. First pitch from Tony Gonsolin is there for a strike. Tony made his major league debut right here in this ballpark. It was an afternoon game on a Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2019. Overall, he's 4-2 against the Diamondbacks, making his 13th appearance and 12th start against the Snakes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carroll. For the Dodgers, they're looking for some length out of Tony today. A good performance by Dustin May last night. Pitches outside for a ball, 2-1. May went 6 2/3, so he went deeper than most of the starters, if not all of them, this year. Dodgers just didn't get any runs for him, but May had a good outing. Now a 2-1 pitch to Corbin Carroll. Missing off the outside corner. 3-1. And Carroll's not a guy you want to walk because it could be like giving up a double. He possesses tremendous speed. 3-1 pitch from Gonsolin to Carroll. Swing and a miss at a cutter. And one key for Gonsolin this afternoon is if he has a splitter going, he's going to be tough to hit. 3-2, full count on the first batter faced by Tony Gonsolin this afternoon. He kicks, fires. Ball is popped up and playable middle of the infield. Max Muncy comes in and he'll make the catch. And there's 1 out. Well, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Perdomo, the shortstop, he batted 9th in each of the previous 3 games. Batting second today, no Ketel Marte in the lineup, and a strike delivered to the switch hitter. 0-1. Smith sets a target on the inner half. Now the 0-1 pitch. It goes inside for a ball. The thing about Gonsolin we've seen time and time again during his starts, and not just this year but in previous years, is he does get to a point sometimes where he just starts running outs together, which is a good thing. He'll retire a number in a row. Usually gets on a roll early in the game. And a curveball there for a strike on Perdomo. 1-2. In fact, the first 40 pitches of the game has always been a plus for Gonsolin. And this year, no different. The opposition 3 for 23, hitting about $130 against him in the first 40 pitches. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Kim comes up with it, sidearm flip to first, 2 down.
Well, the other part, too, is Arizona understands that Gonsolin this year early going, yes. Just 2 starts prior today, but lefties have hit 320. And I say that because counting the 2 switch hitters, Arizona has 6 lefties in that lineup against right-handed pitching.
2 outs, Pavin Smith, one of the lefties. He's been the designated hitter each of the past 3 nights, now playing first base today. He takes a strike here. Josh Naylor, who had been playing first, has flip-flopped with him for the day, and he is the DH, and he's on deck. 2 down, nobody on. 1-0 Dodgers. And a pitch down low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got an update for you, Mo, from Colorado if you want it.
Let me guess. The Rockies are not leading.
Oh, you'd be wrong. They're actually leading.
Oh, stop the presses.
They're beating the Padres 6-1 in the 6th inning.
We interrupt this program.
The Dodgers would love to have the Rockies beat the Padres today. There's a little looper past Kim and out into right center field. And Pavin Smith has a 2-out single. Well, the Padres came in with the best record percentage-wise in baseball at 25-13, and just percentage points ahead of the Dodgers in the West standings. The Dodgers and the Tigers are tied for the second best record in Major League Baseball. Padres have won 8 of their last 10. Won 21-0 last night. And oh, by the way, Scott Kolek pitched a complete game shutout. What do you think that's going to do for his run support average? Getting 21 runs of support while he's in the game.
If you have 21 runs scored behind you, you should go a complete game.
You better. Naylor fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1. 2 outs, runner at first. Dodgers up 1-0. Bottom of the first inning. Gonsolin's pitch outside and high. 1-1. Yankees lead the Athletics 3-0. They're in the top of the second inning. The A's will board their plane and head to Los Angeles after the game. And a check swing foul ball on a pitch inside. 1-2 to Naylor.
That's a great pitch. And not just because it was a foul ball and a strike. It sends a message. Does it open up now the outside part of the plate? I mean, that's up and in. And Naylor was caught in between. Well, can I get out of the way of it in time? It happened to hit the bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Naylor. Left-hand batter waits. Gonsolin fires, and it's up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Naylor. Starts the day with a .293 average. 4 homers. He's driven in 23. He's been pretty productive. 2-2 pitch from Tony. And he deals it low, and the count full 3-2. The slider just buried it. Will Smith to keep it off the ground. Smith will run with the pitch. Time is requested and granted at home plate. Chris Conroy, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes today. If you look around on this Mother's Day, looks like another really big crowd here. 45,000 plus. 3-2 pitch to Naylor from Tony Gonsolin. There goes the runner, and the pitch inside, ball 4. Well, Gonsolin really had limited his walks. That's just the 3rd walk of the season for him against 17 strikeouts. Now facing Eugenio Suarez, who's been a run-producing machine for the Diamondbacks in the last couple of weeks. 12 home runs. Tied for the National League lead with Ohtani.
Well, Suarez has more home runs than singles.
Got a feeling that won't last, but you're right. That is a bizarre number to look at. 2 on and 2 out. Dodgers up 1-0. Pitch swung on and missed.
Well, that's the issue. Is a big swing. And when he connects, it's gone a long way. The question is, what's the percentage of connection?
Gonsolin twists into the stretch. Kicks. Throws home low. Went back-to-back curveballs to start this at bat. That's a 1-1 count. James Outman in center field today. A couple of steps toward left center. And now the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Tying run in scoring position. Pavin Smith. Naylor behind him at first. Stretching the 1-2. A little bit up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gonsolin's pitch count here in the first inning much higher than he'd like it to be. It's at 24. Two and 2 the count. Well, Tony checks the runners. Now comes to the plate. Swung on, grounded foul wide of third. Dave Roberts announcing the rotation for the A's series prior to the game. Landon Knack will start Tuesday night. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will be the Wednesday night starter, and then Roki Sasaki will pitch Thursday against the team formerly from Oakland. And Suarez tried to hold up a swing, couldn't. He goes around, and that is a strikeout. And Gonsolin strikes him out on a high fastball. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left after an inning full. It's the Dodgers 1, Arizona nothing.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some...
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these results, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Dodgers baseball.
Right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. Mama
Top of the
tried.
second inning, Dodgers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Andy Pages leads off, swings the first pitch, knocks it into left field right between short and third. And he didn't wait around. He got a good fastball in a good location. And he's got an 8-game hitting streak now. Leadoff single for Pages.
Pages, a recent couple of weeks, has been swinging earlier in the count. Now, is that because he's getting better pitches, or is he having better selection of pitches early in the count?
And he keeps on hitting. Michael Conforto trying to do the same. He is coming off a performance last night where he had a hit. And I hope he starts picking it up at some point soon. He is 2 for his last 42. Gallen deals. It's a breaking ball, fouled back. 0-2 to Michael Conforto. Oh, and 2. Conforto, left-handed hitter, waits, and Gallen throws home a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Their infielders playing for 2, and Suarez, the third baseman, playing shortstop, and he has come way in from the outfield grass, maybe a step or 2 behind the baseline between second and third. 1-2 to Conforto. Gallen turns, throws to first, and back standing is Pages. Conforto, and then Kim is on deck. Throw to first base again, and Pages is back. So the Diamondbacks expecting Pages to run here, perhaps.
Pages got back very easily that time.
He can get another half step off. Get a bigger lead. Now he does go for second base. Pitch outside, dropped by the catcher Herrera. And Pages will swipe second. That's his 5th stolen base in his second in as many games.
So stolen bases, that's 3 for 3 this year against Gallen.
And the 2-2 to Conforto. And he fouls it back to the screen. A chance for Conforto here to get a run in. Just 6 runs batted in on the season for Michael Conforto. Pages leads at second base. Gallen stretch, checks the runner. Now comes back home. And Conforto pops it up. Right side of the infield. Running down the line is Pavin Smith. He makes the catch in foul territory. Conforto is out. Top of the second inning brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Ha-Sung Kim, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 6, Ha-Sung Kim.
So Kim standing in. He is 6 for 19. Pages leading at second base. Now Suarez in on the turf at third for the left-handed hitting Kim, who waves at a curveball and misses. Kim has demonstrated very good speed on the bases. Zach Gallen ready to throw his pitch. Swung on and missed again. He went back to the curveball.
Yep, he doubled up on it, and both times Kim has been pulling off the ball way out in front of it.
Gallen out of the University of North Carolina makes his home now in Scottsdale, as do many of the Diamondbacks. And why not? That's where your spring training headquarters is. You can train year-round right there. Pretty convenient for the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball low. How would you have liked to have had that mode? You just get to live at home the whole year. Don't have to relocate for 6 to 8 weeks. One, two. Strike 3 called. He took it. It was a fastball over the outer half, and Kim goes down looking. That's the first strikeout for Zach Gallen in the afternoon, and it's now James Outman coming up with 2 men out.
Well, that was 3 curveballs in a row, and then the heater away.
Outman hitting 083, 1 for 12, but his one was loud. It was a 3-run homer in Miami. He'll take inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, Outman is 1 for 3 against Gallen, and that one was a home run.
James looking out from the left side. Gallen checks second, comes to the plate. Breaking ball down and in. 2 balls, no strikes to Outman. Shohei Ohtani on deck. And if you're the number 9 hitter, knowing that Ohtani's behind you, how does that change your approach at the plate, especially with men on?
Well, with men on, you're not going to expand the strike zone.
2-0. He swings and misses over the top of a curveball.
It's a lot different than hitting maybe 8th, and you look behind you, and there's the guy batting 9th and hitting like 110, 115. Well, you may have to expand your strike zone a little bit more versus depending on the other guy.
Swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Outman. Pages a leadoff single, steal of second, getting his lead there. And a 2-2 pitch coming. And Outman swings and strikes out, leaving Ohtani on deck. No runs, 1 hit. Rather 1 man left on base. And after an inning and a half, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. All the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Dodgers Audio Network.
Outfielder Lourdes Gurriel will lead off for the Diamondbacks. 1-0 Dodgers, bottom of the second inning. Tony Gonsolin stepping in his pink cleats, advancing him toward the plate. Delivers inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 run on 3 hits for the Dodgers so far. Kim playing up the middle to the right of the second base bag, and Gonsolin throws a slider outside, 2-0.
The Dodgers are already 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
That's a lot this early.
Yep.
Tony deals a 2-0. Swung on, grounded toward short. Great stab by Betts. He straightens up, throws onto first for the out. Mookie had to go to his glove side left, reach for it. And right about at the end of his range in that direction, he was able to snare it and throw out Gurriel. 1 away. They work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Alec Thomas, the center fielder. Left-handed bat facing Gonsolin. First pitch to him is up high. So far this season, Gonsolin's first pitch strike percentage, 66%. The league average, 61%. So he's been above average there, but so far today, he's been missing, at least this inning. He's 0 for 2. And now deals ball 2 up high. 2 balls, no strikes to Thomas. 288 hitter, no homers, and 13 runs batted in for the center fielder. The pitch high again, 3-0. As Gonsolin released the ball, he looked back over his shoulder, kind of in disgust, realizing that upon release, that ball was not going to be a strike. 1 out, 3 balls, no strikes, nobody on. Pitch to Thomas, down the middle for a strike.
The guy with good speed. If he's going to get on, he has to earn it. Don't give him a free pass.
Gonsolin steps back, kicks, delivers 3-1. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. Kim gets a good chest-high hop. Running toward first, a short underhand toss to Freeman for the out. And there are 2 gone for the Diamondbacks. Now the Giants in action with the Twins. They're in the bottom of the 9th, tied at 5. Dodgers wouldn't mind it if the Twins took care of business today, but we'll see. Now the pitch to Tim Tawa. Swing and a miss. Tawa played left field in last night's game, playing second base today. Plays more second than left typically. Did not start the first 2 games of this series. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Right field. Drifting over to his right is Pages. Looking up into the ceiling. He'll make the catch. And Gonsolin delivers a 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning. After 2 full at Chase Field, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
This is AM 5.
Here we are
This is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Shohei Ohtani will lead off for the Dodgers in the 3rd inning. 1-0 the score. Shohei 0 for 1, grounding out to first time up. Second time facing Gallen today. And Gallen's pitch. And Shohei backs up from an inside pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. It's been up and down for Gallen this season a little bit. He deals a strike to Ohtani here. He winds in the 1-1. And Shohei fouls it back, and it's now 1-2 strikes. Gallen, in his last 2 starts, had to face the same team, the Mets. And won both of them. One at New York and one here in Arizona. 1-2 pitch. Ohtani chases a curveball and strikes out. 1 away.
Well, Gallen throws the knuckle curve. And the knuckle curveball, unlike the regular curveballs over the top, has a high rate of spin. The knuckle curveball kind of tumbles forward. And you don't really pick up a lot of the rotation of the baseball.
And now Mookie takes a strike on the outside corner, a cutter. Betts 1 for 1. He has scored the only run of the ball game so far. Gallen looks in. The right-hander delivers. Strike 2. He's pumped in a fastball for a strike, and it's now 0-2 to Betts. Freddie Freeman is on deck. 1 out, base is empty. The pitch outside. Left side of the infield playing deep for Betts. Outfield straight up. Don't see any kind of unusual alignment by the Diamondbacks anywhere for Betts here. 1-2 pitch. Swung out and drilled, but foul. Well, he got around on it, hit it into the second deck, down to the left of the foul pole. Plenty of distance, but he pulled it. There's a 1-2 pitch. And Mookie looks at the cutter outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Betts. Mookie waving the pink bat around. He'll chase a slider and he strikes out. 4th strikeout for Gallen. And that's his first on the slider.
Hey friends, this Mother's Day, join Major League Baseball and our partners in the fight against breast cancer. So visit MLBtogether.com/Mother's Day to learn more.
Freeman had the double to the left center field gap that got Betts home in the 1st inning. Takes ball 1 outside. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch from Gallen out of the wind. Freddie pulls it down the first baseline. That's a fair ball. It's going to roll to the corner. Rumbling around first in his pink Mother's Day cleats is Freddie Freeman, and he is in with his 2nd double of the afternoon.
Mr. Doubles.
That's his 10th double of the season. 2 for 2 for Freeman. This was after having his 14-game hitting streak snap last night.
This one bounced right over the first base bag. Just hugged the line all the way down into the corner.
Will Smith lined out to center field, 0 for 1. Smith with Freeman at second base, 2 out. Pitch outside, ball 1. Ready for the 1-0 pitch as well. Here it comes. And he takes a strike. Cut fastball from Zach Gallen. He'll mix it up a little bit. The cutter. He'll throw the slider, the curve, fastball, changeup. And now a 1-1 pitch. That's outside. That double by Freddie Freeman, second of the ball game, 10th of the year. It's his 518th career double. He's just passed Scott Rowland for 52nd on the all-time doubles list. 2-1 is outside. 3-1 to Smith. Three and 1 to Will. Gallen out of the stretch. Throws home a strike. Again, another cutter. He's really relying on that cut fastball here. He's throwing a bunch of them to Smith. Freddie leads at second base. A lot of room. And the pitch now. And Will looks at ball 4. And the Dodgers have a little something going with 2 out. Runners at first and second. Max Muncy coming up. And Herrera, the catcher, will go out and have a word with Gallen. And the mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. So Freeman now 52nd on the all-time doubles list. Next up, Ed Delahunty, Johnny Damon, and Garrett Anderson. In fact, we just saw Garrett Anderson last time we were in Anaheim. They've all got 522 doubles. So Freddie Freeman's going to catch those guys pretty soon. Muncy flied to center field in the first. 0 for 1. When you look at Jose Herrera, the catcher, his mask and his chest protector, it's like he just took a brand new pink highlighter out of the box and colored over his other stuff. Now Muncy hits a pop-up shallow left. Running in is Gurriel. He'll make the catch. And the Dodgers leave 2 more out there. No runs, 1 hit. After 2.5, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
When you want
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Herrera back to the top of the order. Corbin Carroll and Geraldo Perdomo. Tony Gonsolin winds and deals the pitch home, and it's there for a strike. Well, today in Oklahoma City, a couple of Dodgers pitching. They're all done for the day. Clayton Kershaw and Michael Kopech pitched for the Oklahoma City Comets against the Albuquerque Isotopes. 0-1 pitch, and that's a strike. That's 0-2. This is Kershaw's final tune-up before he rejoins the big club, and chances are very good we'll see him pitch next weekend against the Angels. Here's an 0-2. That's up high. Kershaw went 4 innings. It was by design to have a shorter outing. It's more of a tune-up outing. With 4 innings, he allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, struck out 2, and walked 2. There's a 1-2 pitch. And that looked like it was right around the knees, but called a little low. 2-2. Kopech, his second outing with Oklahoma City, pitched an inning. Gave up a hit, no runs. Struck out 2, didn't walk anybody. 2-2. Up high, 3-2 now to from Gonsolin to Herrera. Well, looks like the Dodgers are going to be getting a key addition back to the starting rotation next week. Pitch. Swung on and hit up in the air to left center field. Ranging over there is Michael Conforto. And he'll make the catch for the first out. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
Happy Mother's Day from AM 570 KLAC Los Angeles, 98.7 KYSR HD2.
Mommy!
Corbin Carroll is 0 for 1. He popped up to Max Muncy. His first time up. First ball swinging here. Bounces one to Kim at second base. He slings it on to first for the out. 2 away quickly. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
It's going to be good to get Kershaw back, and the Dodgers still have a very long list of pitchers on the injured list.
A bunch of them were here yesterday visiting their teammates over from Camelback Ranch. Perdomo takes strike 1. Guys like Michael Grove, and we've got a whole long list of them. River Ryan, remember, there's a guy that don't sleep on River Ryan when he comes back. He was very, very good when he got hurt.
Well, Blake Snell rejoined the Dodgers on this road trip, supposed to start the throwing program. He has not. And Glasnow began throwing this weekend, but both will visit Dr. Elatraj tomorrow in Los Angeles.
Strike to Perdomo, 0-2. Yeah, Blake's been on the whole road trip, but hasn't really picked up a baseball. We're looking for him here Friday. That was the day that we thought he would throw. Pitch in the dirt, but he did not. So we'll have more after Monday when both Snell and Glasnow are looked at by the doc. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lined to left field. That is toward the alley. It'll be cut off by Conforto. He spins, fires to second base a little bit high, and with a head-first slide, Perdomo beats the throw for a double. A better throw might have had a play on him, but Perdomo will pick up the double, his 9th of the season.
Well, at the left center field, and the high throw in from Conforto.
David Smith 1 for 1. This is the second inning that the Diamondbacks have had the tying run in scoring position. And the same situation in the first, the pitch. And Smith takes on the inside edge for a strike. Tony throwing the slider. This will be the 49th pitch for Gonsolin. His pitch counts high. He had a long first inning. And he finds a strike on Pavin Smith. I don't know if he's really broke out the splitter yet. See more fastballs, curveballs, sliders. 0-2 pitch. And that looked like the split right there. It was a slider, though. 1-2 now.
Yeah, well, that's what they label it as, a slider, but that looked like the splitter.
And coming out of the hands, you could tell.
Yeah. I say they. That's put up on the Diamondbacks board out in right field what the pitch was, but I think it's been misinterpreted.
Because he will throw a high volume of splitters. Set to go on the 1-2 to Pavin Smith. Swung on a ground ball toward the middle. Betts laid up for it, and Kim prevents it from going in the outfield. He saved a run. If Mookie had kept on going, again, he was to the right of second base, he might have had a chance to make a play. But he saw Kim coming toward him. And Kim was able to, on the edge of the outfield grass, make a sliding grab to keep the ball right there and keep the runner at third.
Yeah, Betts stopped. He held up.
First and third. That'll be a hit for Smith. Josh Naylor walked his first time up. Tying runs at third in a 1-0 game. Dodgers have the advantage for now. 2 outs, and the pitch popped up. Back a second, drifting out toward left center a little bit. Mookie Betts, he backpedals, makes the catch. And Naylor with a 1-pitch out, and the
name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's where Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Wayne McDonald, our producer-engineer, at Chase Field, home of the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen dealing to Andy Pages, who takes a strike. Started him off with a curveball. Pages 1 for 1, average at 287. He's hitting 8 straight. He wants a little extra time and receives it from home plate umpire Chris Conroy. Gallen, even out of the windup, is on the third base side of the rubber. Sends one home. It's a slow ground ball to third. Suarez charging up with it. Fires on to first. And Pages is out 5-3. 1 away.
Well, looking ahead to the Dodgers schedule, it's Vin Scully bobblehead night Monday, May 19th. That's against these Diamondbacks. Remember, the first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home the Vinny bobblehead presented by 76. So celebrate the legendary voice, our good friend. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Conforto takes up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. As Gallen kicks, fires, and this ball is swung on, well hit to left toward the corner. It's got some carry on it. This ball is off the wall. Around first and into second is Conforto. Big turn there. And he will back up and stay at second base. That missed going out into the Diamondback bullpen by about a foot. It hit the top of the wall, the angled wall that is from the foul pole and covers the front of the bullpen. An opposite field double for Michael Conforto.
Well, it had some distance. They just kept carrying and carrying. And now for the Dodgers, this is their 7th at bat with runners in scoring position already in this ball game.
And now Kim, the runner at second and one man out. Kim is 0 for 1, struck out looking at a fastball in the second inning. Now he takes up and in. Suarez, the third baseman, even with the bag a little bit off the line for the left-handed hitter. They have to respect the bunt with Kim. And a 1-0. And he'll take a strike. Good curve by Zach Gallen. Gallen out of the stretch, looks back at Conforto at second base. Comes home, and there's a swinging strike by Kim. He tried to hold it up and couldn't do it. One ball, 2 strikes to Ha-Seong Kim. Facing Zach Gallen. Gallen was a postseason winner against the Dodgers in Game 2 of the National League Division Series in 2023. He allowed 2 runs on 5 hits in that game, went 5 1/3. And the Diamondbacks won that game 4-2. They went on to sweep the Dodgers in that series. And now a 1-2. And Kim goes the other way, but it's backhanded by Suarez. He has to look Conforto back to second. Throws on to first in time to get Kim. If Suarez was positioned a couple of inches to either side, he probably doesn't make that play. He was lined up with it, just put the backhand out, and the ball went in. And there are 2 down. James Outman struck out on a curveball in the second inning. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead, 2 down, top of the 4th. Ohtani is on deck. Gallen looks back at second, comes home, and Outman takes high ball 1.
Well, for Outman's first at bat, he got a fastball. First pitch, that missed. Then there were 2 curveballs, a changeup, and then the last curveball.
Here is the 1-0 on the way. And Outman a weak wave. I mean, he was totally fooled by that curveball.
Yep. So Gallen has shown him each of the 2 at-bats that he's had. First pitch, fastball, and then, well, the breaking ball. Does he come back again, double up as he did back in the second inning?
1-1 to James Outman. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit to second. Right there, Tim Tawa throws on to first, and that does it. The Dodgers leave another runner in scoring position.
And it was a hook.
3.5 innings in the books. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
LA's best.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
A lot of steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
pitch in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Dodgers with the lead on this Mother's Day 2025. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And Tony Gonsolin winds and deals one home for a strike. Suarez, again, 12 home runs. That's as good as anybody else in the National League has, including Ohtani. Pitch fouled back, and it's 0-2. And the Dodgers will jet back to LA right after this. Have the day off tomorrow. Pitch low and in before welcoming in the Athletics on Tuesday. Suarez standing tall from the right side. Pink bat in hand, and he takes outside for a ball, 2-2. Two balls and two strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Gurriel on deck. Nobody on, nobody out. And Gonsolin's 2-2 offer is swung on and missed. He struck him out. There's the splitter. And Suarez goes down. That's the second strikeout of the afternoon for Gonsolin.
If he keeps throwing the splitter like that, he's going to have more punch-outs.
Well, a message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress with tips and tools made for teens, by teens. Learn more at takespacetopause.org. Lourdes Gurriel hit a grand slam in Game 2. In fact, the Diamondbacks have 2 grand slams in this series. Moreno had one in Game 1, and then Gurriel in Game 2. That was a crazy game. Dodgers end up winning at 14-11. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Will Smith for strike 2. Another splitter. So I do believe he was throwing more sliders than splitters early on, but I think he's thrown more splitters than the pitch counter will register. Ready again for the 0-2 pitch. Here comes Gonsolin's wind, and his 0-2 delivery is in the dirt. 1-2. Gonsolin, new baseball. He rubs it up. Gurriel standing right side of the plate. And Tony wants a new baseball. Something wrong with that one, maybe? Or he was going to talk to Will Smith, then he waved him back.
Home plate umpire saying a pitch clock violation.
And Will goes and meets with him anyway. So the mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Here comes Dave Roberts. He's coming out to talk to the umpires, I think. I'm not coming to talk to Tony. And the umpires have gotten together near the mound, all 4 of them having a discussion about that last situation. And now Chris Conroy talks to Tony Gonsolin, tells him something.
We're charging the Dodgers with a mound visit, not a pitch clock violation. The count's 1-2.
You see, that makes sense, but that's also a really good use of the umpire microphone.
Yep.
And not just to do it after replays. Something like that needs an explanation. That's great to have.
Well, I think baseball has done a very good job in that end of it, and can still improve, is let people know exactly what's going on.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Gurriel. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch swung on, fouled away. You know, there was a time when baseball wasn't going to consider having the microphones on the umpires. They thought it would add too much time to the games. Well, it's been a big benefit 1-2 fouled off again.
Well, the game's gone through all kinds of improvements over the years. I mean, think back also is that umpires would walk off the field if they showed a close play up on the Diamond Vision board that they did not approve of.
1-2 pitch. Way up high. Buzzed the tower, and Gurriel getting out of the way. Yeah, that was something that was put in a while ago, too, where they now can show the close plays for the fans. And
I believe the first umpire that went into the dugout to look at a video caught some grief. I think that was Frank Pulley years ago.
Gonsolin's 2-2 offer. Outside corner, got him with a splitter. Called strike 3. Third strikeout for Tony. 2 down for the Diamondbacks in the 4th.
As Frank Pulley was the same umpire, umpiring at second base in the World Series, Dodgers and Yankees, and did not see the hit of Reggie Jackson go into a throw that could have been a double play ball from Bill Russell to Steve Garvey, but I don't remember much about it.
No? You remember the temperature, the barometric pressure?
Yeah,
remember all that stuff?
It's about 68.
Yeah. Remember every word that Tommy said to Frank Pulley?
We can't repeat them.
0-1 pitch. And that's low to Alec Thomas. Yeah, he had an interesting, very pleasant conversation with
yes, he did.
Frank Pulley over that Reggie Jackson play. A little hip check. 1-1. Swung on, ground ball to second to his glove side left. Kim, sidearm flip on to first. And Alec Thomas is out for the second time in 4 innings. Tony Gonsolin.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
My dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these results, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
1-0 Dodgers. Top of the 5th inning. Shohei Ohtani leads off an inning for the 3rd time in the game. He is 0 for 2. He grounded out to first, and last time up struck out on a curveball. It's Zach Gallen throwing for the 3rd time to Ohtani. Delivers inside for a ball. Gallen will throw his 69th pitch of the ball game right here. 1-0 pitch. That's inside on the corner. That's called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. 1-1 pitch. Ohtani swings, knocks it on the ground up the middle, a base hit. And he has now hit in 9 straight games. Leadoff man aboard in the Dodger half of the 5th inning.
Well, he just showed how you hit a changeup, too. He stayed with it, hit it right up the middle.
Mookie Betts is 1 for 2. Betts looking out at Gallen. Ohtani off of first, and Betts swings and he hits it to left field. That's going to get down for a hit along the line. Ohtani around second, on his way to third. He is in safely. On his way to second, safe with a head first slide is Betts.
Heads up by Mookie Betts, because when he got to first base, he looked down the left field line and saw that the throw was going to third base, not to second. And Mookie just continued to run, head first dive, and now second and third, nobody out.
Well, Mookie is getting credit for a double from the official scorer. He'll probably take it, but again, the throw went to third, so figure he'd go to second on the throw after a single, but either way, he's at second base. And Ohtani's at third, and guess who's up? Freddie Freeman, 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles. Freddie takes ball 1 up and away.
And at this point, Dodgers are 0 for 8 runners in scoring position.
The last 2 games, 0 for 13. Got to break that string here. Here's a 1-0. And Freeman takes inside. It's 2-0. If you were scoring, how would you score that on bets?
I would have gone a single and went to second on the throw.
Oh, me too. He'll take the hit. He doesn't care. 2-0. And Freeman takes a strike. If the throw comes straight into second base, then it's a double if he's safe. But if it goes somewhere else first, then it's the runner advancing on that throw. Here's a 2-1. And Freddie lifts it up in the air to center field. This will get Ohtani in. Alec Thomas lining it up. He makes the catch. Ohtani tags. He will score. Betts to third with a head-first slide. Dodgers lead it 2-0.
I do know that the Dodgers had talked about the outfield arms of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they're going to run the bases aggressively against the arms that are not, well, the most powerful.
Second RBI of the game for Freddie Freeman. 32 on the season. He's catching up with Teoscar Hernandez. The infield will come in. Right now they're playing even with the bags all the way around. 1 out. And Will Smith at the plate. And Will looks at strike 1. That's with a short lead at third base. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back for strike 2. You got 1 out. I understand there's 2 strikes on Smith, but with 1 out, the infield, even with the bags, do you have the contact play on with Mookie Betts? Be a short throw for any infielder here. 0-2. Poked foul out of play to the right.
Well, Betts is on the move as soon as that ball was hit. I get your point, and it's a short lead because the third baseman, Suarez, is not that far off the bag. And now the shortstop does come in a little bit tighter than what he was before the last pitch.
0-2 pitch to Smith. And Will takes a fastball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Smith has been very, very good. And 1 out of every 2 times he's got a runner in scoring position, he gets a hit. Stretched by Zach Gallen, the Diamondback righty throws. 1-2 is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith has been very consistent in these situations. Dodgers a chance to add on even more with 1 out and a runner at third. Max Muncy on deck. And Will ready for the pitch from Gallen. And here it comes. It's in the dirt for ball 3. He buried the curveball. Herrera, the catcher, blocked it. Will Smith leads all major league catchers in batting average, all the qualified catchers at this point in time. Hitting .304. Payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Mookie scores. Will gets it done again. It's 3-0.
What a bat for Will Smith. Not just because he got the base hit. Remember, he was down quickly 0-2. Worked the count full to 3-2, and it goes right up the middle.
That's some at bat. Came into the game today hitting .483 with runners in scoring position. Now Herrera wants to go out and talk to Zach Gallen with Max Muncy coming up, and 1 out and 1 on. Gives us time to give you an update Can you believe this, Mo? The Rockies got a win today, 9-3 over the Padres. So the Padres win 2 of 3 against Colorado. And San Diego now 25-14. They have fallen a half game behind the Dodgers as we speak. The Dodgers win this game today. They can pick up the other half game, and they'd be a game up heading into the day off tomorrow.
There's a lot of speculation on what might be taking place as far as manager of the Rockies, but the manager is not the one that accumulated the players around the field.
Pitch to Max Muncy coming. That's outside. I think you talk to anybody around baseball, I don't think anybody would ever point the finger at Bud Black, the manager of the Rockies.
No way.
A carpenter is only as good as his tools, and they just haven't accumulated good players.
Well, that too, and the carpenter's got some not great lumber up there either.
1-0, swung on and missed, a changeup. But the Rockies now 7-33. And they just have to keep playing. One ball, one strike pitch to Max. There goes Smith down to second. The throw is in time to get him. Will Smith was vying for his 3rd stolen base of the season, but he was thrown out by Jose Herrera. It was a good pitch to handle for Herrera. It was up. So he had to come out of his crouch to catch it anyway.
Yeah, and Will Smith did not help himself with the slide. His foot, the lead foot, did not hit the bag. It was the trail.
Next pitch to Muncy is low, 3-1.
So he would have been in there sooner had the left leg that was extended first was not lifted up and went over the bag.
3-1 delivery is high ball 4, and Max draws the walk. 2 outs, Muncy aboard. Dodgers up 3-0 here in the 5th. Pirates beat the Braves today 4-3. So the new manager of the Pirates, Don Kelly, wins his 2nd game in 3 tries. They lost yesterday, but he was ejected from that game. And now Andy Pages rolls one to short. Perdomo will flip it the short way to second. And that is the force out that retires the side. Through 4.5, it's the Dodgers 3, Diamondbacks nothing.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's
because
awesome.
to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
In the top of the 5th inning, we move to the bottom half of the 5th, 3-0. And second baseman Tim Tawa leads off against Tony Gonsolin. Here's the pitch to him. He'll take low ball 1. Tower fly to right field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Hitting 200 on the season, 5 home runs, and 11 runs batted in. Line kick pitch. That's a strike with a fastball. 1-1. As Sung Kim playing close to the bag at second base, just to the right of it. A little bit deep with his heels just in front of the outfield turf. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. So the Giants have lost today too. Twins won in extra innings, 7-6. Giants now 24-17. They're 2.5 behind the Dodgers as we speak. Pitch is swung on and popped up. Kim goes out to the outfield grass a few steps, looks up into the ceiling and makes the catch. 1 away for Arizona. If the Dodgers win, the Giants will be 3 back. Jose Herrera, 0 for 1, fly to left first time up. And the Rockies with their win, they're now currently 19 out. Herrera, switch hitter batting from the left side. Looks at a pitch that's just off the plate outside, a curveball. 1 ball and no strikes. White Sox beat the Marlins today 4-2. Red Sox over the Royals 3-1, and the Astros beat the Reds 6-0. Brewers 4, Rays 2 down in Tampa, and the Rangers over the Tigers 6-1. One ball, 1 strike, and a pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So we've got the scoring change for Mookie Betts, and it's just what you and I said.
Yeah, well, evidently the official scorer was listening to us.
So Betts will not have a double now. He'll have a single, and he went to second on the throw. 1-2, that was in the dirt. I actually wrote it in as a single, then I heard the announcement it was a double. But either way, it's a hit, and either way, the Dodgers got 2 more runs. Mookie scored 2 of the 3 today.
Yeah, you like that erasable ink pen, don't you?
It's a great Rick Monday suggestion. Pitch is fouled off to the third base side.
Where it really comes in handy is when there are lineup changes, right before a game starts.
Very much so. You used to have to tear the sheet out of the scorebook and start over again sometimes, depending on the lineup changes. 2-2. Strike 3 called, a splitter that danced over the outside edge. And Herrera is out on strikes, and that is the 3rd straight strikeout on the splitter for Tony Gonsolin, and his 4th strikeout of the game. He had 17 strikeouts coming in. He had 8 in his first start, 7 in his second. Or say 9 in his first start, 8 in his second. Those numbers would actually match. Corbin Carroll up. He's 0 for 2. He's got 1 hit in the whole series. Sometimes math can be an obstacle. 1-0 delivery, and Carroll takes low, 2-0. In a game that is riddled with numbers, sometimes math gets in the way. 2-0. Outside 3-0. Doesn't want to walk him here. 2 down. Carroll popped up to third and grounded to second. Gonsolin, first base side of the rubber. Red leather glove at his belt. Now kicks and sends one home. And that looked pretty good, but it's called ball 4. Looked like it went right over the plate. Might have been low. So Tony issues the walk, just his second of the game. And the very speedy Corbin Carroll at first base. Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, is going to come out and check on Gonsolin. Gonsolin's pitch count now at 81. The batter waiting to come up is Geraldo Perdomo, who is 1 for 2 with a double. Also grounded out to second base. Cardinals beat the Nationals today 6-1. And the Mets continue to roll. They beat the Cubs 6-2. Mets are now 26-15. Phillies and Guardians in Cleveland. That's the Sunday night game. Wheeler against Ortiz. That's the pitching matchup. Only 3 other games in progress currently. And they're halfway through the 5th in Sacramento. The Yankees are pounding the A's 11-1. Alex Vesia loosening up. He gets in. That'll be 3 straight ball games he's pitched. And now Perdomo swings right over the top of a curveball for strike 1. Top of the 6th inning in Anaheim. The Orioles leading the Angels 3-2. And the Blue Jays on top of the Mariners 5-1 heading to the 6th. 0-1 pitch. A bunt. And it's bunted foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Perdomo looking just to find a way to get a base hit there. Carroll leads at first base, held on by Freddie. 0-2 pitch. There goes Carroll. Pitches up high for a ball. Throw down. They got him. Oh, what a throw by Will Smith. He just cut down one of the fastest runners in the game in Corbin Carroll on a perfect strike to second base. Outstanding work by Will Smith. Corbin Carroll caught stealing. And the tag out by Mookie.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.
To lead off, 1 for 2 with the double. Zach Gallen's still out there. We've got some news from baseball to pass on that just came down during the break. And the first pitch to Conforto is up high and away. So the Rockies win today, we told you, by a 9-3 score over the Padres. 1-0 pitch. Swung on a ground ball into right field, a base hit. Conforto's got a 2-hit ball game. But the Rockies today, right after the game, fired manager Bud Black and bench coach Mike Redman, also relieved of duties. Current third base coach Warren Schaefer has been named the interim manager through the end of the season, and current hitting coach and former Rocky manager Clint Hurdle has been named the interim bench coach. Warren Schaefer will be a first-time manager. He's in his 30s. He's late 30s, I think. Now, that's Son Kim. Hits one to the gap in right center field. Rounding second, Conforto. Heading for second is Kim. He slides, and he's safe. Oh, the throw is there. Perdomo missed the tag, it looked like. And the Dodgers with 2 on and nobody out.
Again, Tim, talking with a couple of the Dodger coaches here in this series, they said they're going to challenge the arms of the Diamondbacks outfield, and Arizona wants this one reviewed to call at second base.
Arizona call at second base.
Well, Jeremy Rehak was the umpire at second who made the call. And this one's going to be close. We got a good look from the center field camera, which has a good angle on it. And Kim's lead leg is his left leg. Looked like it might have gotten there about the same time as the tag by Perdomo. And we'll see how long it takes the folks in New York to either hold this call up. And remember, it was the call of safe. So if it stands, he's going to be safe. Might have put the tag down over his foot. He might have missed it. I don't know. What do you think?
That it's really close. I would think you've got to look at the center field camera replay in order to get any kind of definition, but is it definitive enough to know if the tag was actually made on the shoe or on the lower part of the shin before the left foot actually touched the bag?
The replay operations center taking a good long look at this one. Son Kim forced the throw from Alec Thomas to second base. And a bang-bang play. We'll see if Jeremy Rehak's call gets upheld or not. I'm still waiting on it. In the meantime, Zach Gallen continues to throw warm-up pitches. So if the call stands or if it's confirmed, either way, it'll be second and third, nobody out. If it's overturned, there'll be a man at third and one out.
And remember, the burden of proof is on the team that challenges. It has to be convincing in order to overturn it.
The replay operations center certainly taking their time. And they've got to get it right. I think we're going to have a call here shortly. Yeah.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Arizona with down.
Wow, that looked a little too close to be overturned, but it looked like when Perdomo put the tag down, he put it down over the foot. There's no question he got him on the shin, but the replay that we looked at, it looked like Kim's foot hit the bag. The tag was over the foot, and then the tag hit the shin. So he's out trying to stretch a single to a double. So Kim will get a base hit out of that. Conforto's at third. The infield comes in and Outman up. And Outman will go around. Couldn't check his swing. So 8-6 on the putout at second base. 3-0 Dodgers, top of the sixth. 1 out, 1 on. And Outman a chance to get a runner in. Pitch from Gallen is fouled back, and it's 0-2.
There's the fastball, and Outman has seen a lot of curveballs in his first 2 at-bats in this game.
Stretch of the 0-2 pitch now to Outman. Here it comes. And James lets it go outside, a curveball. Three runs on 10 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 3 hits for the Diamondbacks. Gallen's 1-2 to Outman. And James lets the breaking ball go low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ready for the 2-2 is James Outman. Conforto short lead at third. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Another hook.
Curveball has given Outman all kinds of problems this afternoon. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And that may be it for Gallen. There's a meeting on the mound right now. And Joe Mantiply is going to come in. And we've got a pitching change timeout. Torey Lovullo took a long time to tell Gallen he was done. So runner at third base, 2 men out. Shohei Ohtani coming up, and the left-hander Mantiply.
Messages from Marathon. Messages from Marathon. Other terms and conditions may apply at participating locations only.
Shohei Ohtani facing the left-hander Joe Mantiply. His first pitch to show is inside, and that's ball one. 3-0 Dodgers. 2 men out. Top of the 6th. Michael Conforto is at third base. Zach Gallen gives up a career-high 10 hits in the game today. Curveball for a strike to Ohtani, 1-1. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mantiply added to the roster yesterday. He kicks and deals, and Ohtani bangs it to right field. That's a base hit. Coming in to score is Conforto. It's 4-0. A solid rip to right by Ohtani, and he's 2 for 4. There's Mookie. Mookie with 2 hits today, 2 runs scored, 2 for 3 for Betts. So that'll close the book on Gallen. He's responsible for all 4 runs on the board. And Betts takes a changeup for a strike. 5 2/3 for Gallen. Again, the career high 10 hits. 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Ohtani leads at first. Mantiply goes to first. Ohtani goes to second. There's the throw, and Ohtani is out at second. And Perdomo might have got the worst of it. Ohtani makes sure he's all right, and both players get up and go the other way. So the Dodgers make 2 outs on the bases that inning. Pick up 1 run on 3 hits. And after 5.5, it's the Dodgers 4, Arizona nothing.
bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Pitcher for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It's left-hander Jack Dreyer taking over for Tony Gonsolin. And Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, leads off, turns around to bat right-handed, that is, against Jack Dreyer. And Dreyer drops a strike in on him. No balls and one strike. Dreyer stretch in the 0-1. Bounces. Avoids everything and goes to the backstop. The pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. 1-1 to Perdomo, who is 1 for 2. He was left at the altar in the fifth inning when Corbin Carroll was gunned down trying to steal second base. And Dreyer throws a good slider that is swung on and missed.
Some people may say, wait a minute, well, you take Gonsolin out 4-0 through the 5 innings. Well, his pitch count was at 84. If you send him out there, now you're looking, 15, 16 pitches. Now you're at 100. Well, do you want to tax the arm of Gonsolin, again, making just his third start since coming off the injured list for a long time?
1-2 fouled off to the right.
So it's one of those missions accomplished. He comes out. He feels good about the outing. You don't put extra strength on the arm. Yes, you like to give the bullpen a little bit of a rest, but again, tomorrow is an off day for the Dodgers at home.
1-2 pitch. That's up high, 2-2. And Gonsolin leaves the ball game as the pitcher of record on the plus side. Pretty good job today. He struggled a little in the first inning in terms of his pitch count, but other than that, 2-2. Swung on a foul ball wide of third. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Jack Dreyer deals 2-2. Ball is swung on and fouled back. It's Chevy Truck Month, and there's no better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Dryer's had to work to get Perdomo out. Fires a 2-2 pitch again. Off speed, fouled away to the right. So it's the 11th of May, and by Mother's Day now we've seen 2 managers shown the door. Derek Shelton in Pittsburgh, and now today Bud Black in Colorado. There's a swing and a miss at a slider, and Perdomo out on strikes. 1 away. In fact, remember the Rockies, well, originally a few weeks ago had fired their hitting coach, Hensley Mullins. And they thought that would, basically do something just to do something, right? And today, Mike Redmond, the bench coach, and Bud Black relieved of their duties.
Yeah. Who's next? I get it. 7-33. I get that part. But Bud Black's not the guy that put that team together.
0-1 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. And you hope they do the right thing, too, because just because a manager gets fired doesn't mean that he doesn't still work for the organization in some capacity. And who knows, Bud Black might be.
I think it would be a big loss for the Rockies if they did not keep Bud Black in the fold in some manner.
Pitch down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just my personal opinion. We've gotten to know I've known Buddy Black forever. He's as decent of a human being as you can find and a good manager.
Now a 1-2 pitch. That is low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers with a 4-0 lead. Top of the 6th inning. Rather, the bottom of the 6th. They tacked on the 4th run on the top of the 6th. And a strike called on Pavin Smith. Good fastball, great location outside third of the plate. Jack Dreyer has struck out the first 2 men he has faced.
I mentioned at the outset that the Diamondbacks had 2 switch hitters in the lineup, but they were stacking it. There's still 4 other lefties, just pure left-handers, including right here.
Josh Naylor, DH today. Sees a breaking ball high. And on the Diamondback bench, Randall Grichuk, Garrett Hampson, Gabriel Moreno, and of course Ketel Marte, a switch hitter, so they can get 4 right-handers in the game still if they want to. Strike called, 1 ball, 1 strike to Naylor. 2 outs, base is empty. Home half of the 6th inning on a Mother's Day Sunday afternoon. Ground ball left side, diving for it is Muncy. It's out of his reach. And Conforto will retrieve it. A 2-out single for Naylor.
Trying to get a wave organized here in the stands, but that's a foreign object in the desert, a wave.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big wave, though.
Yeah. Well, right along the Pacific coast, waves come easily and big.
The Dryers faced his 3 men, and Dave Roberts comes out to get him with Eugenio Suarez, the right-handed slugger, due up. So the Dodgers will make a pitching change here.
Pitcher of beer, piping hot pizza, and a mountain of mojos. Share the good times at Shakey's today.
Don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Ben Kasparius comes out of the Dodger bullpen. 13th appearance, 4-0 the record for Kasparius. What a season he's having. So he's called upon in different roles and expect a multiple inning role here. 4-0 Dodgers, bottom of the 6th, 2 out, 1 on. Facing Suarez, and Suarez swings, fouls the first pitch back. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Kasparius ready to go from the belt, delivers. Swing and a ground ball foul for strike 2. Last time he pitched was the 5th of May in Miami. Went 4 innings and got the win. Among qualified rookies in the majors this season, he's tied for 1st in wins and 4th in games. And he's 6th in strikeouts, 28. 14 major league games prior to this one. He is 6-0. Kasparius with a 1-2 count on Eugenio Suarez. Pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0 from the slider. runs, 11 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 4 hits for Arizona. Asperez steps off. Gathers himself again and gets into the stretch position. Peeks over his left shoulder at first base. Josh Naylor leading there. Pitch to Suarez. Another slider away, and it's now 3-2. Field back, 2 down. Pitch to Suarez. Swung on, a little low roller to the third base side. Barehanded by Muncy. Throws to first. Got him. What a play by Max. Oh, an absolutely terrific play defensively by Max Muncy. Charging and peeling the ball off the artificial grass with one hand and throwing in the same motion to get Suarez. For the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, a hit, a man left.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century, and certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
For LA Dodgers baseball. And now we return to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Mookie Betts will lead off the top of the 7th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. Mantiply deals him a strike. Mookie was left at the altar when Ohtani was caught stealing to end the top of the 6th. Mantiply's kick and the delivery to Mookie is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. 1-1. Mookie, a little tapper to the right of the mound. It is gloved by Mantiply. Spins 360 degrees. Throws to first, and Betts is out, 1 away. Freddie Freeman, the batter. Top of the 7th in Anaheim. The Orioles lead the Angels 7-2. Pitch inside to Freddie. Backs out of the way. Yankees on top of the Athletics 12-2. They're in the top of the 7th inning. 1-0 delivery. That's inside. And the Mariners still lead the Blue Jays. It's 9-1 now at the stretch. Everything else final except for the Phillies and Guardians, who will play tonight. 2-0. And Freddie bangs it foul off the front of the Dodger dugout. Freeman's made the most of his 3 plate appearances today. An RBI double in the 1st, another double in the 3rd, and a sacrifice fly scoring a run in the 5th. 2-1 for Mantiply. Curveball cut on and missed. Just curled right away from Freddie. Here's a 2-2. Swung on, well hit to right. It's deep. Going back to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's in the pool. Splash down. As Freddie Freeman hits a mother of a home run on Mother's Day. It is 5-0.
And Matt Blythe tried to double up on the curveball, and he got stung. Well, with that home run, remember Mom today. Mother's Day gift from Daniel's Jewelers still available. Visit danielsjewelers.com/mom for $50 off any $99 plus purchase. Plus, she deserves to own the dream with Daniel's Jewelers.
One out, Will Smith, the batter. He takes inside, ball one. The Freeman home run number 9 on the season. It traveled 405 feet. And got wet out there in the pool. 1-0, breaking ball for a strike.
That's why they have a lifeguard on duty.
Good thing.
The infamous pool in Arizona.
I know the Dodgers were asked to stay out of it, but doesn't mean the baseballs can't go in.
Yep. By the way, Will Smith bobblehead night coming up on the 21st against these Diamondbacks. First 40,000 fans will take the last out title clinching strikeout bobblehead presented by Spectrum.
2-1, fly ball to right, curling toward the line, long run, Corbin Carroll. His hat falls off on the way, and he gets into foul ground and makes the catch, retiring Smith, and there are 2 down.
That's quite a bobblehead, too. I mean, that's the clinching to World Championship. So for tickets and information, Dodgers.com/promotion. That's on the 21st, the Will Smith bobblehead.
So Muncy waits. Max has been on base once. He walked in the 5th. He's flied out twice. Swings at a curveball and misses here. 0-1. Well, Freddie Freeman is having quite the season so far, isn't he?
You know, I realize this is only May.
There's a ground ball hit right along the line at first, backhanded by Pavin Smith. Steps on the bat.
But my point is, Freeman before that at bat was hitting .364. It's difficult to increase it, but now he's hitting .370.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Side retired. Stretch time. Dodgers get a run on the home run by Freddie Freeman. And after 6.5, it's the Dodgers.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Dodgers Audio Network.
5-0 Dodgers, and Lourdes Gurriel, the left fielder, leads off. First ball swinging against Ben Casparius. Pops it up near the first base dugout. Freeman and Smith give it a look. It hits the roof of the dugout, and Kangaroos up into the seats. strike one. Bottom of the seventh, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. On Rick Monday, Tim Neverett here, and Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer, at Chase Field in Phoenix. Just one of two trips here. Swinging a fly ball to right. In his tracks is Andy Pages. He looks up into the ceiling and makes the catch. There's one away for the Diamondbacks in the seventh inning. When we reconvene on Tuesday at Dodger Stadium, Jose Mota will be with me for the game. Rick's got a wedding to go to. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Well, it's going to be fun. So I will return from Florida next weekend.
Pitch to Alec Thomas, missing high.
Jose is raring to go.
He's ready. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball, third base side, past the reach of Muncy and into left field for a single. We get the daily updates from Jose on Papa, on Manny Mota.
Yep.
He says doing better and better every day.
Papa's doing great.
Been riding his tricycle around, his three-wheel bike. So that's always a good sign when he does that.
Well, that's why they had to let him out of the hospital, because he was riding that tricycle bike in the hallways.
That's a true story, folks. Yep. He's not making it up. They said, I think it's time for you to go home now. Tim Tawa, the second baseman, takes ball one low and away. Dodgers play the Diamondbacks next week, but they don't return to Arizona until the final road trip of the season, which takes them here for 3 and then to Seattle. Finish up the regular season against the Mariners in late September. So we'll not be back in Arizona for a while. Swing and a miss by Tawa, and it's 1-2. Thomas the runner at first. Dodgers up 5-0 in the bottom of the seventh inning. And Ben Kasparius on to work. Kasparius faced one man in the bottom of the sixth. Got him out. And Ben is stretched out where he can give the Dodgers some length here. He could probably go the rest of the way if they wanted him to, and if the game stayed sort of where it is. Swing and a miss, and Tawa strikes out. So strikeout on the cutter. That's the first strikeout for Kasparius. And it's early still, but if Kasparius were to finish the game, guess what he gets? He gets a save. The 3-inning plus variety.
And a big thank you from the rest of the bullpen.
Yes. Well, he's still going to do his job here for the next couple of innings. And he's got 2 outs facing the catcher, Jose Herrera. 1-0 to Herrera. Herrera hitting 186. He's giving Gabriel Moreno the day off. Pitch low and in, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Thomas the runner at first. Pitch inside corner for a strike call. The fastball at 98. Time called at the plate. 46,292 here today on this Mother's Day. And a 2-1 pitch to Herrera from Kasparius. Swung out, rope down the right field line. That's a hit, headed to the corner. Flying around second is Thomas. They're going to send him home. He's coming around third. Throw goes to second. And the Diamondbacks get on the board. It is 5-1.
Fry came in with a fastball at 96 plus. And Herrera just ambushed it.
2 outs, man at second, and Corbin Carroll up top of the order. Hardest hit ball by the Diamondbacks today. Now a 4-run lead for the Dodgers. Hesperia set, fires, and that one over the plate for a strike. Now the 0-1. Swung on, bounced foul. 0-2. Carroll is 0 for 2 with a walk. Last night he went 1 for 4 with a triple. That's his only hit in this series. He is the major league leader in triples right now with 5. Hesperia checks the runner at second, comes home, deals a fastball high, 1-2. That's playing up the middle. Right side of the infield deep and pushed over a little toward the line for the left-handed hitting. Corbin Carroll. And the pitch is in the dirt now, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hesperia throws home. 2-2. One hopper to Kim at second base from the lip of the outfield grass. He'll flip it onto first and retire Carroll for the out. Diamondbacks get a run, 2 hits. They leave a man. And after 7 full innings, it's the Dodgers 5, Arizona 1.
This is a
The beauty of this jersey is the field texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of '93 and May of '95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Pitcher is on. It is left-hander Jose Castillo. Takes over from Antiply, who went 1 1/3. Allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike out anybody. Andy Pages will lead off for the Dodgers. For Castillo, his 5th appearance. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 10.38. And Pages is 1 for 3. He's hit in 8 straight games after his single in the second inning. First ball swinging, fouls it back. Kike Hernandez is in the on-deck circle. Michael Conforto will be pinch hit for with a left-hander on the hill. And Pages might have chipped his bat. He wants, well, I think he needs some adhesive. Top of the 8th inning, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. Castillo, first base side of the rubber. Tall left-hander stretch in the pitch. And the breaking ball missing high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Andy Pages. 5-1, 4-run lead here in the 8th. The pitch. Andy rips it foul past the third base dugout. Dodgers now have 63 home runs. They lead the National League in home runs by a team. And they have homered in 14 of the last 15 games. Now Pages swings at a slider and strikes out. Comes up and hits himself in the head with his bat in frustration. Well, Kike Hernandez at the plate now for Conforto, batting in the 8th. Now the Dodgers had a streak of 13 straight games with a home run snap last night when they were shut out. A 3-0 Diamondback win. First pitch to Kike, and he lets it go for a strike. Nothing in 1 to Kike, hitting .207, 6 home runs, 15 runs batted in. And he hits a high fly ball, shallow right. Coming in is Corbin Carroll. And he'll make the catch, 2 down.
Well, the Dodgers off day tomorrow and then back in harness Tuesday night against the A's. And it's Mookie Betts bobblehead night on Tuesday. First 40,000 in attendance will take home the Mookie bobblehead presented by Security Benefit. Come out and join them. Dodgers.com/promotions.
That should be a big night. Here's Miguel Rojas pinch hitting for Ha-Seong Kim. A right-handed bat against the lefty Castillo. Pitch swung on, fouled at the plate. Nothing in 1 to Miguel. .259 average, a home run. 3 runs batted in. His home run came in Atlanta as a pinch hitter. And the 0-1 now to Rojas. Swings, hits a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. A 2-seam fastball that didn't do anything, just hung over the middle, and Rojas was able to get the good part of the bat on it and knock it right back through the box. 2-out single. And Chris Taylor will come up and hit for James Outman. 3 straight pinch hitters. Kike, Rojas, and now Taylor. Taylor hitting .222. He'd love to make his mom Mary proud. Then she'd be proud Mary. And a balk. Castillo balked, and down to second goes Rojas. He had a problem when he came set. That's the balk called. Now runner in scoring position with 2 out.
By the way, that did not go unnoticed.
Trying to go under the radar with it.
Yeah.
Now Perdomo calls time.
Another walk.
Another balk. A second balk. Perdomo, the shortstop, was running toward the mound as Castillo was already set. Castillo, a lefty, had his back to the shortstop, didn't see him, and he balked again, and now Rojas goes to third. Two straight balks. You see that very often. Torey Lovullo, the Diamondback manager, comes out of the field. He's talking to the umpires. Standing to the left of the pitcher's mound. Perdomo was running in. He thought time would automatically be called, and it wasn't. And so Lovello probably talking to the umpires about why didn't you call time when my guy asked for it. It's not automatic anyway. Players don't call timeouts, the umpires do. And they don't have to give you time. Especially at home plate. That's where you see it more often. But the conversation's still going on right next to the pitcher's mound. There's a separate conversation going on between one of the umpires and Castillo, the pitcher, about him on the pitching rubber. He needs to be set. But this conversation's gone on pretty long. Umpires are giving Lovello a long rope here.
I think Lovello was asking for someone to demonstrate what it was that was actually a balk. He didn't get that.
Well, the second time wasn't given to the shortstop Perdomo, who was running in on the infield grass toward the mound. And once the pitcher realized that his shortstop was coming in, he could hear him. He stepped off in an odd way, and that was the second balk. So it looks like we'll get back to play here. They're going to give Castillo a warm-up toss or two since that delay took so long. And now Chris Taylor will be told time to hit. 5-1 Dodgers, top of the 8th, 2 men out. Runner at third is Rojas. And Castillo set on the mound now. Throws home to Taylor. And Chris bounces it right back to him. Throw to first. 1 pitch after that. And that's all over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Dodgers 5, Diamondbacks 1.
LA's best sports talk.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Dodgers go to the bullpen. Tanner Scott will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers with a 5-1 lead. And Perdomo, the shortstop, is up. Switch hitter batting right-handed. And he'll take a strike from Scott. Perdomo 1 for 3, doubled in the 3rd inning. Struck out last time up in the 6th. 13 hits for the Dodgers today. Perdomo flies 1 foul out of play to the first base side. Defensive changes for the Dodgers. Chris Taylor is in left field. Kike Hernandez is in center. Miguel Rojas at second base. Tanner Scott, 20th appearance. No decisions and a 1.93 ERA. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. There's Rojas. He gloves it just to the right of the second base bag. Throws on to first to get Perdomo for the out. 1 away. Today's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Ketel Marte is going to come up and pinch hit. There's 3 home runs in the series. Switch hitter batting right-handed. He's 4 for 10, and 3 of those 4 have left the yard. A pitch to him. Ground ball hit slowly to short. Mookie behind it. Sets his feet, throws on to first, and Marte not even running down to first. He barely gets down there and touches the bag just now. He's been out for a while. And there are 2 down. Got to run it out, don't you?
Yeah. He's still not off the field.
Well, he's taking his helmet off. He's still not off the field.
Yeah.
And now Josh Naylor takes low ball 1. So 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th inning.
I think they kind of slipped it home. He was thoroughly jammed on a pitch inside, but he never shifted out of first gear.
There's a 1-0. Naylor hits it up in the air, left center, over is Taylor. Taylor calling for it. He'll make the catch. And that's a nice tidy 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th for Tanner Scott. We go to the 9th. It's the Dodgers 5, Diamondbacks 1.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Top of the 9th, Shohei Ohtani leads off against Castillo, the left-hander. Left-on-left matchup, pause and the pitch. And Ohtani fouls it off to the left and out of play. Tintawa moves from second base over to first base. Ketel Marte stays in the game to play second. So Ohtani, Betts, Freeman here in the 9th. 0-1 pitch from Castillo. Inside, 1-1. Best drive of the game presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. Freddie Freeman home run in the 7th, the drive of the game. Here's the 1-1. And Ohtani bounces it foul past first. Well, it could be the drive of the game depending on what Shohei does. He's always good for one of those. We'll give it to Freddie. That was good. One and two to Shohei Ohtani. The pitch on the way. Swing, and he reached for it, rolled it to the right side, backhanded by Tawa, underhand toss, foot race, and it's bang bang at first. Ohtani thought he beat Castillo to the bag. Dodgers peeking at it back in the video room. We'll find out if they want to challenge or not. Shohei hanging close to the first base bag, and they don't want to challenge, so Shohei is out on a 3-1 play. One away, and Mookie Betts coming up. Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Pitch to Betts. Swings, and he hits one up in the air deep to right center. It is heading back toward the track to the wall. Gone! A home run for Betts. Mookie goes yard, and it is 6-1.
This one out by the pool, and with that home run, remember Mom today with a Mother's Day gift from Daniel's Jewelers. You can visit danielsjewelers.com/mom for $50 off and $99 purchase, because she deserves to own the dream with Daniel Jewelers.
For Mookie, his first home run since he had one against the Braves on the 2nd of May. And here's Freddie Freeman. Freddie's had himself a day. And there's a strike. Freddie's got 2 doubles, a sacrifice fly, and a home run. 3 runs batted in. Mookie Betts with his 21st home run against Arizona. And how about a base hit to right for good measure for Freddie Freeman? Again, for Betts, his 21st home run against the Diamondbacks. That's the most number of home runs he has against any single opponent. Six to 1 Dodgers, top of the 9th inning. Will Smith, 1 out, Freeman at first. And the pitch down low. There are busloads and busloads of Dodger fans here, and none of them have left. Drove by all those buses last night on the way out of here. There were tons of them. A swing and a foul into the far end of the Diamondback dugout. Dodgers always travel well here to Arizona. There's always a big Dodger contingent here. One ball, 1 strike. That's the count to Smith. He gets a ball inside. Of course, that all starts in February, believe it or not. Spring training games, many of them, most of them, sold out. On the other side of the valley at Camelback Ranch. A lot of Dodger fans live in Arizona. There's another balk. Well, Freddie Freeman pointed at Castillo right away, and he balked for the 3rd time in the game. Freeman at second base. He's only been in for an inning and a third. Not even that. Now the pitch. Swung on by Will and fouled off to the right. Have you noticed what he's been doing to get that balk there?
No.
Same as the first one.
It's like a 2-piece start and stop.
Two ball, 2 strike count. Stretch, check of the runner. Now Castillo comes home. And Smith bangs this one to right center. It is slicing into the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Freeman around third. He will jog home. And into second, standing with a run-scoring double, is Will Smith. And the Dodgers now lead it 7-1. Smith with his 2nd run batted in today.
Will Smith, basically, timing is everything, and maybe taking advantage of Castillo, who's trying to think his way through even a stretch position, not to balk again.
Well, it's the most number of balks in a single game by a D-backs pitcher in franchise history. And now Castillo gets a mound visit from Brian Kaplan, the pitching coach. Max Muncy will come up and hit next. 2 runs on the board here in the 9th, 7-1. Dodgers putting a bow on this one. So the meeting breaks up. Castillo drops the rosin bag back down on the back slope of the mound, and he'll climb up and toe the rubber. Last pitcher with 3 balks in a game, 2022, September 27th. Richard Blyer reliever for the Marlins. It was in New York against the Mets. Nothing in one, the count to Max Muncy. Left on left here. And Muncy rips it hard on the ground, foul past first. Two strikes on Muncy. Still one out, top of the ninth. Here's the next offer, and a swing and a miss at a fastball. And Muncy strikes out, 2 away. Max 0 for 4 in the afternoon with a walk. Pages with a hit. He's grounded into a force out, and struck out. Right-handed batter facing Castillo on the pitch. And he takes inside for a ball. Want to know the count. Castillo's offer to the plate. Swung on, ground ball toward third. That's through, a seeing eye base hit. Here comes Smith around third. The throw, the slide, safe. Smith scores from second. He goes back to touch home just in case he missed it. Herrera never bothered to tag him. And Andy Pages has driven in a run. It is 8-1.
Pages with a couple of base hits today.
So when a guy goes back to touch the plate, what does that tell you?
He wasn't sure that he actually touched it. Thought he may have slid over the top of it.
Kike Hernandez will take ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Kike. Pages at first, 2 down. Castillo's pitch. Swung on, base hit up the middle. Kike will stop at first. Pages at second. First and second, 2 down. Dodgers just teeing off on Jose Castillo here in the ninth. And now the infielders are going to meet. Nobody's up in the bullpen. Arizona, this is Castillo's game to just kind of wear it here in the ninth. This has to be their last mound visit. So the meeting breaks up. Miguel Rojas will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Had a pinch hit single last time up in the 8th. The Dodgers and the Athletics starting Tuesday at Dodger Stadium. 1st of 3. Landon Knack against Jeffrey Springs in that one. Jose Mota and I will be on the air with that game, starting with Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck at 6. And Rojas hits a fly ball toward right center field. Corbin Carroll runs over to get it. And that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top of the 9th inning. 3 runs, 5 hits, including a home run by Mookie Betts. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs to get. It's the Dodgers 8 and Arizona 1.
Appreciation Night crew neck sweatshirt. Let's celebrate our heroic protectors together. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Back to more LA Dodgers baseball.
Home run, Ohtani!
Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Ninth inning, Matt Sauer gets to finish things up for the Dodgers. Fourth appearance. He's been very effective out of the bullpen and a long roll too, but just looking to get 3 outs in this one. And there is a ground ball to third by Eugenio Suarez on the first pitch. Muncy throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 down, and 2 more to get. Lourdes Gurriel, the left fielder, up. 2 more outs, and the Dodgers will split this 4-game set. They'll be above 500 on the road, and we'll have a 6-4 road trip. A trip to Atlanta, Miami, and Arizona will be in the rearview mirror. Pitch inside. The next time the Dodgers have a trip this long won't be until July, when they go to Boston, Cincinnati, and Tampa Bay. With the day off in Tampa Bay. 1-0 pitch. Hit him. So Gurriel goes down. Sauer got him. Just missed him with the first one and got him with the second one. So Gurriel slow to get up, and he was talking to home plate umpire Chris Conroy. He's grabbed his bat.
I think they're saying it was a foul ball.
Oh, it got the knob of the bat.
Yep.
Yep, it did. It got the knob of the bat. It didn't get his hand. Although the Diamondbacks want to review it. They want to challenge the hit by pitch. I thought it got him right away, but did not.
Ruling field is no hit by pitch. Foul. Arizona's challenging.
Gurriel sold it like he got hit. The way he went down, but it looked like it hit the knob of the bat. And did it get part of his hand or not? That's what Arizona wants to find out.
Gurriel's taking off his shin guard. He saw a replay that came really from the first base dugout. It may have hit the left hand. It was attached to the bat, but Gurriel's standing at home plate right now without the bat, without the shin guard.
We should have the word momentarily from the replay operations center.
Gurriel's already put on the left hand that sliding mitten.
The oven mitt. Chris Conroy ready to deliver the news here. Here it comes.
After review, call in the field stands. No hit by pitch. Foul ball.
Well, Gurriel's headed to first base.
He took off for first anyway.
Yeah.
And now he's got to put his shin guard back on and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the Dodgers' offense was good today. 18 hits. That ties the season high in hits. Also had 18 in their 15-2 win over the Marlins on the 29th of April. And it appears as though after all of this time, Gurriel is ready to get back in the batter's box. In case you forgot, he has a 1-ball, 1-strike count on him. 1 out and the bases are empty. Matt Sauer winds and fires, and he gets him a strike on the outside corner. One and 2 to Gurriel. Here's the kick, the 1-2 pitch, swung on, hit in the air to right. This will be playable. Over to get it to his glove side is Pages, and there are 2 down, and the Diamondbacks down to their final out. And before Alec Thomas comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
First pitch to Thomas outside and low, ball one. Thomas 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run scored in the 7th. There's a 1-0 pitch. Low and in, 2-0. Sauer trying to finish things up. Tony Gonsolin, the pitcher of record. 5 innings for Gonsolin today. 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. 2-0, bounced foul behind him. Jack Dreyer had 2/3 of an inning, striking out 2. Ben Kasparius, an inning and a third. Allowed the only run on 2 hits, struck out 1. Tanner Scott, a perfect 8th inning. And Matt Sauer delivering 2-1. And Thomas lines it to left center, and waiting for it, Kike Hernandez. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And the Dodgers have won 8-1 here this afternoon, splitting this 4-game series, 2 wins apiece. Final totals on the ball game: the Dodgers 8 runs, 18 hits. Again, that ties a season high. No errors, 9 runners left on base. For the Diamondbacks, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. Tony Gonsolin gets the win to go to 2-0. Zach Gallen suffers the loss to go to 3-5. The game took 2 hours and 47 minutes in front of a big crowd of 46,292 here at Chase Field. So the Dodgers 6-4 on the road trip, 12-11 on the road overall this season. They get a break tomorrow with an off day before returning home to begin a homestand. But a lot of things went right for the Dodgers today, and Tony Gonsolin set the tone on the mound.
And the Dodgers created opportunities for themselves. They had 16 at-bats with runners in scoring position, and for Gonsolin, he gave up a single and a walk in that first inning.